Hello and welcome to American English for English Learners. Today we are going to learn some very useful English words and phrases that you can use every day. We will talk about ourselves, our feelings, and what we do in a normal day, like going to work or studying. It's important to practice speaking about these things because they are a big part of our lives, right? Our main goal today is to help you understand a short story, use some basic English grammar rules, and then talk about your own daily routines, and maybe even your job, if you have one. Don't worry if it sounds difficult now. We will take it step by step. We want to make sure you can say simple sentences about yourself and your day. Before we start reading, let's think a little. What is your name? Where do you live? Do you work or study? These are simple questions, but they are great practice. You can try to answer them in your head right now. For example, my name is, I live in, I work as I am a student. Good. Now we are going to read a story about someone named Rosa and her very first day at a new job. Imagine her feelings. What do you think her first day was like? Was it exciting? Maybe a little scary? We will find out together. This story will help us practice many new words and ways to talk about our lives. Are you ready to begin our journey with Rosa? Let's dive in and see what happens to her. This will be a fun way to learn and improve our English together. Now let's talk about feelings because they are a big part of any new experience, especially a new job or a new place. How do you feel when you start something new? Perhaps a little unsure or worried? That's very normal. Today we will focus on two important feelings. The first one is nervous but excited. Can you say that with me? Nervous but excited. This means you might feel a little worried about something new, but you are also happy and eager for it to begin. For instance, when you start a new English class, you might be nervous to speak, but excited to learn. It's a mix of feelings. Many people feel nervous but excited on their first day at a new job, and we will see if Rosa feels this way. The second feeling is angry. Can you say angry? This means you feel very unhappy and perhaps a little mad about something. For example, if someone takes your pen without asking, you might feel angry. Or if your bus is very late, you might feel angry. It's a strong feeling of displeasure. So remember these two feelings, nervous but excited and angry. They help us describe how we feel inside. As we read Rosa's story, try to think about how she feels. Does she feel nervous but excited? Or maybe angry? Knowing these words helps us understand people and stories better. Let's keep these feelings in mind as we continue our story about Rosa's first day. All right, let's begin our story about Rosa. It's called Rosa's First Day at the Store. Imagine it's early in the morning. Rosa is starting her very first day at a grocery store. This is a big day for her. She is new to this country, and she lives here with her sister. A new job, a new place. That can be exciting, right? On her first day, Rosa wakes up very early. The sun is not even fully up yet, but she wants to be ready. She gets dressed and then takes a bus to work. She watches the city wake up as she travels. It's a quiet ride, and she probably has many thoughts in her head. Rosa arrives at the grocery store even before it opens. It's still a little dark inside, but the lights are on. She sees other workers already there, busy preparing for the day. They are moving things, cleaning, getting ready for the customers. Everyone is working together. Then something small but important happens. A woman, another worker, looks at Rosa and smiles. A friendly smile can mean a lot when you are new and a little nervous. It can make you feel welcome and a little more comfortable. So Rosa sees this smile. How do you think she feels at this moment? Perhaps a little more relaxed. This is just the beginning of Rosa's first day, and it's already full of new experiences and emotions. After Rosa arrives and sees that friendly smile, her day truly begins. She meets her manager, Ms. Grant. Ms. Grant introduces herself and then gives Rosa a tour of the entire store. A tour means walking around and seeing all the different parts. Ms. Grant shows Rosa where the fresh fruits and vegetables are. That's the produce section. She shows her the dairy section where the milk and cheese are. And she shows her the bakery where they make fresh bread and cakes. It's a lot to remember on your first day. Rosa listens very carefully. She wants to do a good job, so she tries to remember everything. She even repeats the names of the sections: produce, dairy, bakery. This is a great way to learn and remember new words. It shows she is paying attention. Then Ms. Grant tells Rosa about her job. Rosa's job is to bag groceries. This means putting the customer's food into bags after they pay. It sounds simple, but you need to be careful. Later, Rosa meets Carlos, a cashier. Carlos is very kind and offers to help Rosa if she needs anything. It's wonderful to have a helpful colleague on your first day, isn't it? As customers start to come in, Rosa begins to bag their groceries. She practices saying polite things like hello, good morning, and have a nice day. Sometimes it's a bit difficult. She might not understand a customer, or she might need help with a heavy bag. But Carlos and Ms. Grant are always there. They help her and explain things. This part of the day shows Rosa is learning and trying her best, even when it's new and challenging. She is doing great. The day continues, and Rosa is working hard. At 12 p.m., it's time for her break. Everyone needs a rest, right? She sits down and eats her sandwich. During her break, she talks with her new coworker, Carlos. Carlos is very friendly and says encouraging words to Rosa. He tells her, "You are doing well, don't worry." This makes Rosa feel much better. It's good to have someone support you when you are learning something new. After her break, Rosa goes back to work. New things happen. A little boy accidentally drops a box of cereal on the floor. It makes a mess. Rosa quickly helps him clean it up. This shows she is kind and helpful, even when it's not her direct job. Later, Rosa makes a small mistake. She puts some eggs in a bag, but then she puts heavy cans on top of them. Oh no, the eggs could break. Her boss, Ms. Grant, sees this, but Ms. Grant is understanding. She doesn't get angry. Instead, she gently tells Rosa, "Be careful with the eggs, put them on top." This is a good way to learn with a kind teacher. Everyone makes mistakes, especially on their first day. Finally, at 4 p.m., Rosa finishes her shift. The day is over. She takes the bus home, probably feeling very tired, but she also feels happy. She sends a message to her sister saying, "I am tired but happy." She thinks about her first day at work. It was full of new things, challenges, and friendly faces. She learned a lot. Her first day was a success. Now that we have read Rosa's story, it's time to check our understanding and practice some important English skills. This part is called After You Read, and it helps us remember details from the story and use the English grammar we are learning. First, let's think about the story. We can ask questions like, where does Rosa work? Do you remember? She works at a grocery store. Who is her manager? That's Ms. Grant. What is Rosa's job? She bags groceries. And how does she feel at the end of the day? She is tired but happy. Answering these simple questions helps you remember the story and also practice forming simple English sentences. Next, we will focus on some grammar points that are very useful for beginners. We will practice the verb to be. Remember, I am, you are, she is. This verb helps us describe things and people. For example, Rosa is happy. We will also look at the simple present tense. This is for things you do every day, like Rosa works at the store or she takes the bus. And we will touch on the present progressive tense, which is for things happening right now. She is bagging groceries. We will also practice basic polite phrases like hello, good morning, have a nice day, or can I help you? These are very important for talking to people in English. And finally, we will learn how to ask and answer simple questions like what is your name or where do you work? These are the building blocks of conversation. Practicing these skills after reading the story makes them easier to remember and use. Let's make sure we understand everything about Rosa's first day. All right, everyone, we have come to the end of our lesson today. What a journey it has been, learning about Rosa's first day and practicing our English skills. We started by thinking about our own daily routines and feelings. Then we followed Rosa through her new job at the grocery store. We saw how she felt nervous but excited, how she met new people like Ms. Grant and Carlos, and how she learned new tasks like bagging groceries. We even learned from her little mistake with the eggs and saw how she finished her day feeling tired but happy. Throughout this lesson, we focused on using simple English sentences to describe events, people, and feelings. We practiced important grammar points like the verb to be and the simple present tense, which are foundational for all English learners. We also touched upon polite phrases for conversations and how to ask and answer basic questions. These are all crucial tools for you as you continue your English learning adventure. Remember, practice is key. Try to use these new words and sentences in your daily life. Talk about your own first days, your feelings, and your routines. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, just like Rosa. Every mistake is a step towards learning something new. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep exploring the English language. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you found this lesson helpful and enjoyable. Keep up the great work, and I look forward to our next English adventure together. Thank you for watching. This video is part of the Real Life American English short story series for CEFR A1 C2 learners. Links to the A1 C2 book series are available in the channel description for easy access. Come back for more short story videos based on the series, and don't forget to comment, subscribe, and share this video with others.